Hi, it's Courtney from the Kitchen Garden, and I'm so excited that you decided to stop by, and I'm just going to show you really quickly how to prune your basil. And what you see beside me is the end of my basil harvest for the summer, and it's November, so it's still growing, but you can see these long, I would call them fronds at the end of the basil stems, and these are going to turn to seed. So I'll actually pick off some of these and let them dry out for that wonderful basil seed, and the aroma is amazing, as you probably know if you have grown basil yourself. And what I wanted to show you is just how tall they are. These are at least 3 feet tall and very bushy, and I can tell you that the reason that they are as large as they are is because I pruned them, and that's it. I'm really a terrible fertilizer. I can never remember to fertilize my plants. With 3 kids and frankly just a busy life, it's hard to get out here and to really tend to the garden. So if you struggle with being able to spend the time that you need in the garden, rest assured that with basil it can be as simple as a few snips here and there. I might prune my basil 3 or 4 times during the summer, and that's it. And what I'll do right now is I'll be actually cutting all these plants off in the next week or so, because the leaves are starting to turn brown, and once they turn brown they're really not great for drying out and using you know, throughout the winter anymore. So I'm going to take them all down, I'm going to pull off the good leaves and go ahead and dry them out and get them ready for summer, or excuse me, get them ready for winter cooking. But what I wanted to show you really quickly is what it looks like to prune. And so I have a little volunteer here. Basil is a wonderful volunteer sender. So what you may see if you had basil planted in your garden this year and you let it go to seed, like I kind of am, is that you'll have some volunteer basil plants shooting up. So, and you can see our little Olive running around the garden right now. She just likes to come in. She likes to run around. And so I just wanted to show you really quickly what it looks like to prune your basil. You want to find a plant, when to start pruning, you want to at least have 6 to 8 good leaves on it in 2 layers, meaning maybe you've got 3 or 4 on the bottom and 3 or 4 on the top. And you want to find 2 good sized leaves that are going opposite directions, and whatever happens to be growing between them you want to pinch off, just like that. And you have these lovely fragrant leaves that you can take inside and use for dinner that night. Or if you happen to have a good enough size stem on what you have picked off, you can set it in a glass of water. It will also grow roots, or you can so that you can plant them, or you can just keep them in that glass of water until you're ready to use them in a couple of days. But what you're going to find is that those 2 remaining leaves with their little stem will grow into branches themselves. And so I can show you right here, actually, limbs 1 and 2 from where I had pruned this probably a month and a half ago. And these basil little tiny leaves here have formed into their own branches with leaves on them. So you can see how productive pruning is and how it will help your plant produce more and more leaves, which is so great because then you can share it with your neighbors, or you'll have plenty to make it through the winter with all of your fabulous Italian dishes, because I do grow a nice sweet basil that I like to use in sauces and salads and things like that. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope your basil harvest is abundant. And if you have any questions, let us know, but leave a comment to know that you like this video. Thanks so much. Bye.